Hey everybody, and welcome back to another show. Hope you've enjoyed the Oscar review things that we had out there for you. Hope you took a look at all the past Oscar winners that we've talked about.
I know I did.
You know you did. So today we are going to do our Oscar picks, and this is going to be kind of special because 2021 was kind of tough to get to movies. So we are going to do the Ticket Stubs and Popcorn blind Oscar picks.
Oh, it's blind.
We're going to go through the nominees, the major categories, and we'll just kind of look at what we think might win. So, and then on the episode on Thursday, we'll look at how we did.
Yes.
So we'll look at how we did. And so, yeah, that's...
I got to say this too, full disclosure, there used to be a time, and when I say there used to be a time, I'm only talking 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I would be very, very excited about this lead into Oscars. I would see, and this is no exaggeration, I would say as close to 100% of the nominated movies the major awards, I would see them all. I would go out of my way. My wife and I would go to see all of the shorts that were nominated. So previous to the actual show, the Oscar presentation show, we would be caught up on so many.
Me too.
Including minor ones and movies that you would never think of. I would see everything. I'd go out of my way. And maybe the last 2 years, I got to tell you, I think I've seen one, maybe
just
two movies,
maybe thrown so much off.
Oh yeah,
and with
where they're released,
streaming and releasing and stuff like that. It's just like you see that something is on a streaming service, and I've got one of the nominees, Nightmare Alley, has been on my HBO list to watch for so long, and there's so much stuff on there that I just never got to it.
The other thing is, I mean, it's still kind of political in a certain way, but there used to be strategic time to release the movies to get them in on the deadline, to get them as close, to get them into your whole psyche, to get it ready. And let's face it, in theory, something could have been out 9 months, which they never would release a movie too early.
I remember...
But now these movies, some of these have been out for quite a long time, but they've made it into this cycle, not last year's.
Well, I remember years and years and years, a million years ago, Road to Perdition. Remember that movie?
Yeah, I do.
Tom? Yeah. All right. So, great movie.
Very good movie.
And I remember walking out of there going, man, this is an Oscar movie, but it will not get an Oscar. It won't get nominated. Because it was released earlier in the year. I think it was like a March or April release. It wasn't even like a summer blockbuster.
It wasn't a summer blockbuster, right?
Like that type of thing.
Yeah.
It was that sort of low period, that lull, like kind of after the holidays, and you're into like February, March, and then April, May.
It's the slowest time before it starts
ramping up, and then it gets and then September things die down a little. Then like October, November, that's when everybody throws out all their Oscar bait. But streaming now has been so weird. Plus the pandemic and trying to get to a movie, it's crazy. Yeah. So this is going to be a pretty weird year. Plus we didn't want to, we've been doing our show and we didn't want to completely ignore the Oscars because they're like a thing and we're like a movie show, right?
Yeah, so, I'm a little bothered by how I have been lately. I am not as excited. Matter of fact. You have your format. I printed up an old thing. I know it's paper. I've killed a tree apparently. I got a list and I've had it down. I have not even looked. So I got to be honest. There's going to be surprises for me. Movies that I have not seen or even have heard much buzz about in some cases.
Well, we're going to go through them.
Yeah.
And I'm even going to keep track.
I have no notes. I just have printed lists.
I have an Oscar ballot thing that I'll just keep track of what you choose and what I choose, so that we can talk about.
Yeah, and I'll probably do. You may do this too. I'm going to pick the one that I think I would like to see.
Oh,
or
don't do that.
prefer.
Don't do that.
And then the one, but this person is not going to win. This person's going to win. I will give you my pick.
There's always those picks.
It
It's just like, well, I want this one, but I think this one. I used to do an Oscars contest like with my family a million years ago.
An answer, but
and
I'm
it was
just
like,
gonna tell you.
oh, well, I wanted this one, but I think this one. It's just like, make a pick.
Yep.
Make a pick.
I will make a pick, but I will tell you the inner workings. All right.
So let's start. So you know what I think that we'll do? We'll do we'll mention the movie and we'll do a little bit. I'm going to read the little like synopsis, what it's about quickly, just to give you an idea. So
because I don't even know.
Well, otherwise you're just making a determination based on like a title. No, basically.
Well, I've heard some buzz, but I still didn't even know what movies or actors really were nominated as opposed to just what's out there.
Well, let's
okay, good.
Let's start off with Nightmare Alley. That is
wait a minute. We haven't asked the question.
Well,
we have another question. Who are you wearing
I'm wearing
today?
Georgetown 2018.
Very good. Very good. I'm wearing Stella McCartney.
Okay.
It's good. It's good stuff.
All right. Anyway, so
and it's sustainable. Okay.
Says the man who printed up 15 pages of the internet.
Yes.
So Nightmare Alley. It is a 1940s New York. Down on his luck, Stanton Carlyle endears himself to a clairvoyant and her mentalist husband at a traveling carnival. Using newly acquired knowledge, Carlyle crafts a golden ticket to success by swindling the elite and wealthy. Hoping to score big, he soon hatches a scheme to con a dangerous tycoon with help from a mysterious psychologist. I know, right?
Nutshell here,
right? Seriously, who might be his most formidable opponent yet? Directed by Guillermo del Toro, starring Bradley Cooper, Cate Blanchett.
Right.
So that is that's Nightmare Alley. Then there's Dune.
This is under the Best Picture category.
Yes,
gotcha.
Then there's Dune, which is Dune.
Right.
Then there's Belfast. I'm not going to talk much about Dune because it's Dune.
Well, you know something, I think we mentioned it maybe briefly for something, but the original, which is by David Lynch. I'm a big David Lynch fan, and I did not like the original Dune. And a matter of fact, I've watched it a couple times to try to say, and I've even recently, within the last year, watched it again. No, my opinion has not changed. It had bothered me. I'll be honest. It bothered me so much. This movie is just not that. It's just that I haven't even watched this other Dune. And you know something? I don't know if I will. And it's not fair to do that. But I'm still bothered by the original.
I was not a fan of the new one. So next one's Belfast, directed by Kenneth Branagh. Semi-autobiographical film which chronicles the life of a working-class family and their young son's childhood during the tumult of the 60s in Northern Ireland capital.
Gotcha.
Then you have The Power of the Dog.
Belfast, Maine, or Belfast Northern Ireland? Wow.
Northern Ireland, yeah. So,
the twist.
Power of the Dog, a domineering rancher responds with mocking cruelty when his brother brings home a new wife and her son until the unexpected comes to pass. You got your Benedict Cumberbatch, Kirsten Dunst, and that other guy that she married.
Jesse Plemons.
Jesse Plemons, yeah. King Richard is armed with a clear vision and bred blah, blah, blah. This is about Richard Williams and his two daughters, Vanessa and Serena Williams. So
Venus and Serena.
What did I say? Vanessa Williams is totally somebody else. That's how little interest I had in this movie.
Well, the interesting thing is you have Kenneth Branagh up for an award, and then there's a movie called King Richard, and he didn't do King Richard.
He did not do King Richard.
You would have sworn that he would have done some kind of a weird twist on a Shakespeare.
Will Smith and Serena Williams and Venus Williams and John Bernthal and a whole bunch of other people, directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green. Mm-hmm. All right, next up, Don't Look Up, directed by Adam McKay with, and it's got Leonardo DiCaprio and Meryl Streep.
Yeah,
and
that one's a big cast.
That one's a big cast, and Jennifer Lawrence, and it's two low-level astronomers must go on a giant meteor tour to warn mankind when an approaching comet will destroy planet Earth.
All
right, cool.
I like to think of us as too low level astronomers.
We are
We're always
too-
talking about the stars.
Yes.
No, I thought I did that.
God, that was
I know that was
awesome.
terrible. I agree.
Do you know what's
I agree.
awesome though? Is I can edit that out.
Oh, that's gotta hoit.
Yeah. So, all right. The next one, Drive My Car, directed by. Ooh, I am going to butcher this.
I don't know if I know
Ryusuke
this
Hamaguchi. An aging widowed actor seeks a chauffeur. The actor turns
Driving
To
Miss Daisy?
right. So, an aging widowed actor seeks a chauffeur. The actor turns to his go-to mechanic, who ends up recommending a 20-year-old girl. Despite their initial misgivings, a very special relationship develops between the two. So there you go. That sounds
I have to say, I
Heartwarming.
haven't heard that one.
so.
Okay. I
Licorice,
definitely haven't seen it, but I haven't even heard about
Yeah.
it.
Licorice Pizza, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
Alana Kane and Gary Valentine grow up, run around, and fall in love in California's San Fernando Valley in the 1970s.
Okay.
So that's with Cooper Hoffman. Bradley Cooper's in this one. Alana Haim, or Haim. I know that she's a singer. She and her sisters are singers, and I like a little bit of their music. West Side Story. It's West Side Story. It's Steven Spielberg doing West Side Story for some reason. It should be really. It really should just be called West Side Story. I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it should be called. And then Coda. Excuse me. This was an Apple TV
Yes.
movie. Ruby is the only hearing member of a deaf family from Gloucester, Massachusetts. At 17, she works mornings before school to help her parents and brother keep their fishing business afloat. But in joining her high school's choir club, Ruby finds herself drawn to both her duet partner and her talent or latent passion for singing.
Yeah.
Amelia Jones, Marley Matlin, Troy Kotsur, Daniel Durant. So those are the nominees
For
Best Picture.
Okay.
So buzz, little bit of buzz that I've heard.
I got my same thing, but yeah, go
A
ahead.
little bit of buzz that I heard. Maybe Power of the Dog is feeling pretty strong. I heard that Cumberbatch did an amazing job with that.
I have heard that there's a big push for
that. Dune, I saw, and I didn't like. I was bored.
I got to be honest. This is the first time this has ever happened. Not only have I missed a movie nominated for Best Picture, right now, and I'm not. I will get caught up. Right now, I have not seen any of these Best Picture movies.
All right. So based on what we've discussed, what's your pick?
Yeah. Okay. I only because I've been hearing buzz about Power of the Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Although I am personally interested, I'm personally interested in seeing all of these. I would like to see Licorice Pizza, perhaps most of all of these. Although Belfast and Coda, I think definitely deserve it. Just listening to this stuff, but I'm gonna go with Power of the Dog.
All right. So Peter is choosing Power of the Dog. I am. I think I'm probably going to pick the same.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go with that as well. So.
We obviously aren't going to go through every single category of awards. We're only picking the major.
Right. All right. So
I won't say popular. I'll just say major.
Yeah. I have. I don't know. Let's do Best Actress. Okay. So
in a leading role.
Leading role, we got Jessica Chastain for Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart for Spencer. Penelope Cruz for Madres Paralelas, and I butchered that. Olivia Colman in Lost Daughter, and Nicole Kidman in Being the Ricardos.
All right. Now I will say this: I have seen two of these performances. And it's also interesting. What do we got? Blah, blah, blah. Jessica Chastain, I know, has been nominated previously.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Kristen Stewart has not been nominated before, but the other three in this category have all won. Penelope Cruz, maybe not necessarily in a leading role, but Penelope Cruz Olivia Colman and Nicole Kidman have won. I'm not saying that sometimes has to do with it, but I think sometimes it does have something to do with it. So, because I have seen the two movies that I have seen this year, Eyes of Tammy Faye with Jessica Chastain and Being the Ricardos with Nicole Kidman. I saw both movies. I liked both movies. I wasn't, excuse me, I wasn't as crazy about Being the Ricardos. I'm just talking as a movie. I liked both of their performances, but I got to be honest, I was not crazy. Like, oh, they're really super pumped about their performances. They were both very good. I'm going to go with Jessica Chastain only because I have not seen too many of the other ones.
All right.
What you got? Or what are you thinking? Or leaning?
I'm going to go Jessica Chastain because I follow her on Instagram and she's just really kind of fun. So that's what I'm basing mine on.
Why not?
Actor in a leading role. We've got Javier Bardem in Being the Ricardos, Benedict Cumberbatch in Power of the Dog, Andrew Garfield in Tick, Tick, Boom, Will Smith in King Richard, Denzel Washington, Tragedy of Macbeth.
Okay.
I started watching Tragedy of Macbeth.
You know? Oh, good.
And it was one of those things, just like, it was late. And I was literally like laying in bed on my phone watching. I'm like, you know what? This looks like it's going to be super intense. And I need to give it, the attention I would give it, on my iPad. Yeah. So I just never got back to it. So, but I would probably go. I would love to see Andrew Garfield get it because I'd love to see his acceptance speech. He's been doing a lot of press for other movies he's been in this year.
Yeah, and he's actually been very busy this year.
So I would love to see that happen, but it might be Cumberbatch.
Okay,
I'm going Cumberbatch.
Let me just quickly say, okay, out of these, I've only seen one. Being the Ricardos, which I mentioned earlier. And Javier Bardem, I actually liked, it's kind of tough to say this because they're obviously working together as a team. I actually liked Javier Bardem's performance better than Nicole Kidman's performance. And I think going into the movie, our anticipation is more for the Lucille Ball role coming into this movie, when you hear the press coming out. I did like his performance. Andrew Garfield, who was in one of the other few movies that I had seen, the Eyes of Tammy Faye, I actually thought Andrew Garfield in that movie was a little better than Jessica Chastain. His was he just was able to really kind of pull off this biographical weirdo, for lack of a better term. So I liked him in that one. So it's interesting to see he wasn't nominated for that, nominated for Tick, Tick, Boom. Completely different role, obviously. This is the first time I'm even seeing this. I didn't even know that Denzel Washington, who we have done before, tremendous actor. I didn't even know that he was nominated this year for a tragedy, or for any movie, but for Tragedy of Macbeth, which I have not seen. I've seen many other performances of Macbeth. Not this one. This one, if I remember correctly, this one is a Coen Brothers movie, isn't it? So I have not seen that.
I don't know if it's necessarily
Coen Brothers. I don't mean it's a Coen Brothers
would be awesome.
brand of movie, but it is the brothers working together on this project. Oh, is it just one?
I think I want to say
it might be just one then.
I want to say it's just.
Okay, no, that's okay.
Might be just Ethan.
So going through this, I have not seen these other movies. I've always liked the blind Oscar pick. You said it. Blind is the operative word here. I do like Benedict Cumberbatch. I've liked many things he's done.
Did you like Sherlock? Oh no, that's right. You refused to watch it.
Yeah. So I've been hearing a tremendous push for Will Smith.
Okay.
But hang on. I would like Benedict to win, but I'm going to have to go with Will Smith. There's a lot of pressure to give him awards.
Okay. All right. So, let's see. Let's go down to actress in a supporting role.
Okay.
We've got Jessie Buckley in Lost Daughter, Ariana DeBose in West Side Story, Judi Dench in Belfast, Kirsten Dunst in Power of the Dog, I'm gonna kill this, Ingenue Ellis for King Richard. I really think Power of the Dog again, and this is based mostly on what I heard in like a snippet of an interview on Fresh Air about Power of the Dog.
Power of the Dog.
I'm just so that's sort of based on nothing else. Like West Side Story, I think isn't going to get it. Lost Daughter, I heard was pretty good, but you haven't heard anything about it. I'm going Kirsten Dunst.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, see, I have not seen any of these 5 movies.
Hence the blind Oscar pick
I am
branding that we've done.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb on this one.
I think we're going out on a limb on pretty much
on all of them. No, but I mean, I'm really going out on one with this one.
We're slightly better informed than someone who asks the questions, what's a movie? I mean, really.
Which begs
which
the
really,
answer. But come on, what is a movie? Let's... I know, I'm going out on a limb. I only because I think West Side Story might not even belong in the Best Picture category, but I think Steven Spielberg wanted this project done so that they're kind of giving. I'm gonna go with Ariana DeBose and West Side Story, and that's really going out on.
Yeah, it is. So, all right, actor in a supporting role. You've got, and I'm sure this Irish name I'm throwing off. It's spelled C-I-A-R-A.
I think that's Kieran.
Kieran, let's go. Kieran Hines in Belfast, Troy Koster in Coda, Jesse Plemons, and Cody Smith-McPhee in Power of the Dog.
Oh, so there's 2 from Power of the Dog going against each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes that hurts.
I think it's going to hurt.
I do too.
So that's why I'm going to go with J.K. Simmons.
Okay. Once again, the only movie out of these I've seen is Being the Ricardos. And I said that Nicole Kidman is good, but I liked Javier Bardem even better in that movie. Yeah. But my favorite in that movie was J.K. Simmons. He plays William Frawley, behind the scenes in the Being the Ricardos. But I liked him a lot. But I am the only buzz I am hearing is that Coda is a wonderful look on the hearing impaired culture, and I think this Troy Kotsur is a deaf actor. I think
so too.
I'm gonna. This sounds terrible. That's gonna be my reason for picking him, or for saying that he's gonna win.
All right.
So I'm gonna go with Troy Kotsur.
All right. Let's see. Let's go to directed.
Sure.
So we've got
I have no idea what that is.
Good old Kenny Branagh for Belfast.
Yes.
Roysuke Hamaguchi for Drive My Car. Paul Thomas Anderson, Licorice Pizza. Jane Campion for Power of the Dog. And good old little Stevie Spielberg for West Side Story.
Has he been directed before?
Little Stevie?
Stevie?
He did a movie about fish once.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Big fish, little fish, fish.
I think he wanted to do fish. But by then, Abe Vigoda was dead.
Oh,
And
no,
really,
actually, he was probably
and
still
who-
alive and just believed to be
And
dead.
really, who could play Abe Vigoda? No one.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Now I'm kind of wondering who could play Abe
Who could?
Vigoda.
Oh, you know who could play Abe Vigoda?
Tangent.
You'd have to do a little maybe makeup on the hair, a little work on the
but who?
hair. Only because of his eyebrows. And you're gonna have to help me out. I don't know his name. No, I do know his name. Modern Family, Ty Burrell.
Really?
I think
He's
he
too
could.
young and thin.
No, but you'd fix him up to look like Abe Vigoda.
Yeah, I can't see that at all.
I think it could be done. I'm just saying.
I think
it could
he's
be done.
he's too erect.
I'm gonna take that
No, he's
in a
too,
certain way.
Yeah, but no,
yes.
he's too like Abe Vigoda's like he's just all stooped over.
Well, he
and
can
just,
stoop. He can hunch.
but
the
then it would
shoulders
just be
a
this
bit.
super tall.
He would just be
skinny
some guy hunched
hunched over. He would be like
As
the
opposed-
thin guy hunched over.
As opposed to this world-weary
So,
guy with the newspaper
do you know
under
who
his
I-
arm,
yeah.
going back between the desk and the bathroom, back and forth.
I
That's the joke.
think you know who I think could do it. He'd have to put on a little weight to do it, but Christopher Lloyd,
Oh, jeez, he's probably already there.
probably about the same age.
Well, not now,
So-
but as we remember seeing Abe
Yeah,
as a
Yeah,
little more active.
yeah. But I could. I
Jeez,
could
you're
see him
right.
doing
You're
that.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, he could probably not even use the makeup.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. And he's got the voice, the gravelly. He could totally.
He
play
could do
Abe
the
Vigoda.
voice for sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so who do you think for this one? Boy, we really went on a tangent there.
Best director. Okay,
Yeah.
This. Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen any of these movies either. I would say, I don't know for sure. Kenneth Branagh over the years has probably been nominated for a bunch, and that's a scientific term, a bunch.
Yeah.
Of times, either as an actor or director, or in some cases, producer of like Picture of the Year. But I would like to see Kenneth Branagh win. But all I've been hearing is such a buzz and push for Jane Campion that I can't see anybody beat.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody mention any of these other actors as director. There's too much of a push. You can't fight. So Jane Campion.
Yeah, I am also going with Jane Campion because that movie is getting a lot of buzz. All right, so now let's do one which is complete. Now this is going to be completely blind because we don't know. So I'm just going to go with short film live action.
Oh boy, look.
All right.
I gotta find it.
And this is basically, we're not even going to do a summary of what it's about. So we're basically
Short
just
film
answering
live
this
action.
on
Holy
the, yes.
smokes.
So we've got A La Kachu, Take and Run. We've got The Dress, The Long Goodbye, On My Mind, and Please Hold.
Okay, I found my list.
Okay.
And there's no description. I just have those exactly what you read to me.
There's absolutely no way to intellectually look at this.
No, I'm going to go with the address because that's a word I'm familiar with.
All right. I'm going with On My Mind.
Why not?
This is kind of funny. I've been putting like just F as like my initial for which one I'm choosing as I'm going through this.
Or you could just
And
be
for some
effing
reason-
it. Yeah.
And for some reason, like with that one, I put both initials. I'm like, why? Like, why am I?
Just in
Make
case.
sure that Hauser guy gets in there. All right, let's do another totally blind one. You ready?
Just in case. Yes.
Totally blind. Actually, you know what? It may not be totally blind. Let's do short film animated.
Oh, jeez.
Which I know is something that you used to see all the animated shorts. So
I did.
I
there
know.
was definitely a time.
I'm going Robin.
Wait a minute. What do you have in the movie?
Affairs of the Art,
Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
Beastia, Box Ballet, Robin, and The Windshield Wiper.
What was the second one? Because I think I may have missed. Mine may have gotten chopped up.
It's spelled Bestia. So Bestia.
Okay.
I'm going Robin.
I'm gonna go with Box Ballet, and I have no idea why.
All right.
I'm hoping that people have gone to a ballet and a boxing match has broken out. That's basically
it's
what
like they're kung fu fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
They're breakdance fighting. All right. Let's do. You know what? Let's do documentary feature, because why not?
Why not? We've got the power.
We have not seen a damn thing.
And a
Documentary feature.
Okay.
All right. Ascension, Attica, Flee, Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised, and Writing with Fire.
Wow. I've got the same thing you do. I don't have any description.
I'm going Summer of Soul.
Okay, good. I'm going to go with Flee. And the only reason I'm going with that one is because I think
it's your favorite Red Hot Chili Pepper.
I think I prefer FLEE, this spelling, as opposed to FLEA.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see a documentary about fleas.
All right. Animated feature. This will be interesting. Encanto, Flea, Luca, The Mitchells versus the Machines,
excuse me,
and Raya and the Last Dragon.
Okay. At different times, just depending upon the release dates on like Disney Plus, I've been hearing different things about different ones. But right now, I think Encanto.
I think Encanto's going to get it. I loved Luca.
Yeah.
But I think Encanto is just sort of like run away.
It's got a steamrolling effect right now.
Yeah, Luca was great though. So
no, yeah.
There was another one I wanted to do. Oh, here we go. Costume design.
Oh, jeez, costumes.
Costume design.
Gotcha,
We had Cruella.
Yep.
Cyrano. Dune. Nightmare Alley and West Side Story.
Okay. Oh boy. I'm wondering, this isn't my pick, but I am wondering if Dune might not win much of anything. And then they might give you something like that one, because costume design. But I might go with Cyrano.
Okay.
For the same thing. I don't think it's up for much. And that was the Peter Dinklage movie, right?
Yeah.
Which I have not seen.
I would love to see Cruella win, because that was, some of the costumes in that movie were amazing. That's a movie I saw. But
I haven't
thinking
seen any of these.
It's either going to go West Side Story or Nightmare Alley. So I'm going to still go Cruella.
Okay. You had it narrowed down between Nightmare Alley and West Side Story, and you went with Cruella.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Go with your heart, dude. Go with your heart.
All right. Original song.
Ooh, wait a minute. Original song. Okay.
So we have Be Alive from King Richard. Dos Orguata, I can't pronounce that, from Encanto.
Yes.
Down to Joy. No Time to Die from No Time to Die. And Somehow You Do from 4 Good Days.
All right. I'm going with the same thing. All the buzz I've been hearing is Encanto.
Okay.
I could, I have no idea about any of those really, but we're going with Encanto. That's the only one I'm hearing anything about.
I am going to go with No Time to Die.
Very good.
That was out a while ago, but it's, I don't know. Encanto will probably win, but I would like to see Billie Eilish win an Oscar. That'd be cool.
I personally would like to see Belfast win, because Van Morrison is one of my all-time favorites, and that's him.
All right. Cinematography. We've got Dune, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, Tragedy of Macbeth, West Side Story.
I can see a reason for, even though I haven't seen any of these 5 movies, I can see a
Wait, so
reason
you're telling
why.
me you haven't seen any of these?
Well, have I told you this before? I haven't seen any of these movies.
Oh, wow.
I can definitely see why these would be nominated, just because, you know what I mean? Each one's got their own look. I'm going to go with Power of the Dog again.
Okay.
I was almost going to go with West Side Story, but I'll go with Power of the Dog.
I'm going to go Tragedy of Macbeth.
Why not?
Let's do one more.
Sure.
Let's do. Is there one particular you want to do? Does it not matter?
Well, I'll tell you this. Make sure you aren't listening at home.
You guys.
I haven't seen any of these movies, so how about best screenplay? I'm sorry, original screenplay.
It's original screenplay.
Yeah, it's not. They don't. Yeah.
All right. So we have Belfast.
Well, only because it's good to see it, writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Belfast, Don't Look Up, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, and The Worst Person in the World. I'm going to go Licorice Pizza.
Just because I'm going to go with Worst Person in the World.
Fitting.
Yeah.
All right.
What are we talking about?
Sure.
You or me on that one?
No. Okay. So, all right. So let's let's quickly recap.
Let's recap.
Let's recap. Really, we're just really quickly
I'm
here.
not even sure if I remember.
I know, right?
Because some of these are just knee-jerk reactions.
So, for Best Picture, we both had Power of the Dog.
Okay.
For Best Actress in a Leading Role, we had Jessica Chastain. The both of us did.
Okay.
Actor in a Leading Role, I had Benedict Cumberbatch, and you had Will Smith.
Yeah.
Best Actress in a Supporting Role, you had Ariana DeBose from West Side Story. Mm-hmm. I had Kirsten Dunst from Power of the Dog. Sure. Supporting Actor, you had Troy Koster from Coda. I had J.K. Simmons from Being the Ricardos. We both picked Encanto for animated film. Cinematography, you had Power of the Dog. I had Tragedy of Macbeth. Costume design, you went with Cyrano. I went with Cruella. Mm. We both went Jane Campion for Power of the Dog for Best Director. Documentary feature, you went Flea. Again, to remind you, it is not about the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad.
I went with Summer of Soul or When the Revolution Cannot Be Televised. Let's see. Best Short Film Animated. You went with Box Ballet. I went with Robin Robin. You went with Encanto for Best Original Song. I went with No Time to Die from No Time to Die. We should also do international.
Oh, okay.
International feature film. But let me finish recapping.
Yeah, finish recapping.
Short film, live action. You went with The Dress, and I went with On My Mind. And for Best Original Screenplay, I went Licorice Pizza. You went Worst Person in the World.
Mm.
Let's do that. I just want to make sure I'm being clear on these. All right. So, international feature film. Drive My Car from Japan. Flee from Denmark. The Hand of God from Italy. Lunana, a yak in the classroom from Bhutan. And The Worst Person in the World from Norway. So.
Oh, I already know what I'm going with in this one.
What are you going with?
I'm a big Bhutanese film fan. I'm going with Lunana, a yak in the classroom.
All right. I am going to go with Flee.
Mm-hmm.
Those crazy
Have they? This is gonna. This I don't know the answer to this question. Have they changed the rule, like international feature film, the way that's written? Then you would think that Belfast would be in there because it's up for Best Picture. So why wouldn't it be there for Best Foreign Film?
Maybe,
but seeing they changed the title of that category, so I wonder if that means
subtitles,
non-English language movie as opposed to foreign, because it used to be foreign.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, I just thought of that.
All right. So those are our blind picks, having seen next to nothing. Not even being able to say, well, in my professional opinion, having watched and paid attention to the buzz, I purposely paid no attention to the buzz.
I was trying
like
not to, but you still
some
does
stuff
creep
you just
in.
accidentally hear, like that interview with Kirsten Dunst that I heard on Fresh Air. So, so that's we'll see how we do. We will we'll see who
recap.
wins this between Peter's picks and mine. So
which would be FH as marked on your picks
exactly
would be
my
the
picks.
FH.
So also no bucket pick this time because we are going to do a show about William Hurt, who recently passed. Much sadness there. So that's what we've got coming up.
Speaking of just past, we lost one of our viewers / listeners, a dear supporter of the channel, Bill. Miss you so much. And what was funny about Bill was Bill supported us, the show. He did not watch movies.
Not really.
No, it's strange. He just supported us, and so Bill, you will be missed.
All right. On that note.
On that
sad note, that you laugh sad.
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, how do you go? You have to go out on a high note.
Go out on a high note.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, thanks for watching and listening and all that great stuff. We had a nice little bump in the podcast, which is nice that folks are checking out the podcast, which is cool. So thank you, everyone in Mauritania. So
yes.
I'm kidding. So
good Jodie Foster movie.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So that's it for us, folks. We'll see you next time. Enjoy your Oscar weekend. Love you. Bye.
Take care.